Crucible is one of the most well-known plays that is, but is not about witches. But it does have a phrase that I think is really important, both from 2018 and now, and frankly from the 1950s, and that phrase is witch hunt. The phrase arguably has been misused in recent years by people of power. It's meant to represent the marginalized and the people who are targeted for their beliefs that don't match whatever that power structure might be. In particular, this is a piece that really looks into questions of how different genders are frequently treated differently in terms of whether we believe them and how we expect them to take responsibility or not for their actions. And so I feel very passionately, and have for many, many years, about trying to do work that helps to expose violence against women. I think that the arcs of each one of these characters is quite rich. The depths are rich. So I got a chance to talk to the playwright, Kimberly Bellflower, and in the introduction to the play, she mentions if it's ever possible to have extra students on stage to do that. And then we had so many talented students audition that I thought, well, we could go all the way with this and actually have a double cast. Each cast interprets their characters differently. And so the moments that I might like for one cast are maybe a little bit different for the other cast. We've done, I think, outstanding work to create a very believable classroom dynamic. It's very energetic, it's very loud, and it feels all too familiar as a teacher. The part that is challenging is getting the likes in the exact right place. And because it's so conversational, making sure that we're actually speaking the words of the script. But physically, there's also a challenge. So there is a small little bit of fight choreography that takes place in the play. So we have a fight call. We also have a small intimacy choreography moment. But physically, I would say the most challenging piece of this is at the very end. This piece is also unique because it has original music. So we've been working with a student from the School of Music, Mac McLaughlin, and they have done really tremendous work in terms of creating tracks for the transitions between scenes. It is a dark comedy, like so many comedies that are written in contemporary years. Some of the messaging comes in while you're laughing, and sometimes you don't necessarily realize what it is that the playwright was saying until a little bit after, and there's something really lovely about that. There's something very powerful about creating this play in 2025 under what feels like very uncertain futures. The events that we see occur on that stage are not unusual. They happen every day. Excuse me for getting emotional, but it's really intense in terms of just how frequently people misuse power. People in positions of power who are not necessarily wielding that power for the best benefit of those who have less power. I very much want for the audience to have the experience of discovery that I know I had and my stepdaughter had when we got a chance to see the play in Boston. Having, yes, laughed, but also potentially having some deep conversations about experiences that they may have had that might resemble what we see on the stage.